have a message for men and for parents of future men. I think American men need to learn to stand up for women. And I'm not talking about with their voice right now. I'm talking about with their legs. Get off your lazy bum and offer a lady your seat. I was in Las Vegas and we got on a tram. My husband and I walked on. There's only like 8 seats on the tram. 4 on one side, 4 on the other. And then there's standing room with poles. There's like a couple sitting over here and then 2 men. And then on this side, there's 3 men and one of them is taking up 2 seats. Not because he's so big he has to take up 2 seats. No, he's just taking up 2 seats. And I get on with my husband and not a single one of these men say, "Would you like a seat?" And then a family with young children get on the tram and not a single man sitting down offers the mother or the children his seat. What is wrong with American men? This is a problem. It's not that I'm not capable of standing. I'm perfectly capable of standing. That's not what bothered me. Men need to be gentlemen. Courtesy and chivalry are attractive and valuable traits in men. That's my mini rant for today. Man up, men. Get off your lazy and stand up for women.
Man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism for not want to commit to a woman who has kids?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that y'all catch criticism from not wanting to date a woman who has kids. It's that because when you don't want to date this woman who has kids, you interfere with other people wanting to date her and try to push the narrative that if she's not your type, she shouldn't be anybody else's type too.
Right there. Okay, so this is what I didn't have a chance to catch the first time around. Now, she asserts that the problem is you're trying to convince other guys not to do it too. Well, first of all, you would have to show me evidence of that. I didn't see this brother with a sign that said, "Don't date single moms, don't date single moms." I didn't see him doing that. That's number one. Number two, black women love projection because they do it all the time. Really, it's the other way around. Women are the ones that say, "Don't date him, he's a bad man." The T-app, anyone? Isn't that true? Isn't that what the T-app is? Stay away from him, he's a bad man. So that's projection. No, sis, you're projecting. That brother didn't say that at all. He didn't do that at all. He was talking about himself. Me, I statement. So that's you. You're projecting. What I'm thinking is you're the one that's likely to say, "Don't you date him, girl." Right? Let's continue.
Men, do you not realize that we create you? That we give you life?
Do we now? And here I thought biology taught that it took 2 people to create life.
Let's just talk about science right now.
Yes, let's do that.
What man births a woman? We create y'all. Literally, if women just conspired against y'all as a collective whole, we could annihilate the male race, make y'all non-existent. We don't even have to birth y'all anymore. Does that make sense?
No. That made no logical nor rational sense whatsoever, and something that is incredibly disheartening is the number of individuals that actually believe takes like this, and actually support the narrative that women create life, when that couldn't be further from the truth. Because any person with a basic understanding of science and biology understands that parthenogenesis in humans is not possible. It takes a male and a female to create life, and any person that says that females, women, create life is just demonstrating that they never passed biology.
This particular day and age, women don't like confidence. Really? No, not in a guy, because this gives off too much alpha. Because the confidence means you can't trick me. If I bring off the energy that you can't trick me and you can't run the manipulation game on me, she's going to find another guy that she feels can. That's the difference. So if you're a real man and you got that confidence and you're going to fight through the adversity, she may like the core of you, but she wants to change that. She wants to mold you into what she feels comfortable, which is someone beneath her. I really pay attention when it comes to women too, because I love them so much.
I can confidently say that your husband doesn't think this funny, and actually no man thinks this is funny. I would actually bet almost anything that every man that has watched this is fully triggered because they've been through something similar to this. But what is really bad is when it's on repeat. If you're in a relationship where this is repeating over and over, just empty promises with very little follow through, honestly, I think for most men, that's worse than not having any promises at all, because there's just just something about getting excited for something and looking forward to it and then it not happening. And the extra layer as to why it's so bad is because that man is going into it that night and he is asking for, like, he's trying to make the moves. And then what? You reject him. That, over time, that kills the intimacy in a relationship. And in those cases, women are left asking, where did the divorce come from?
Here are 3 ways to cure the male loneliness epidemic. Number 1, stop being a douchebag. Just be nice to everybody. They'll treat you better, you'll be happier, it will improve your life immediately. Number 2, don't be a creepy weirdo. Approach people the way you would want to be approached. Be genuine, don't be weird, and stop making people uncomfortable, because that's stupid. Number 3, self-confidence and self-love. If you don't love yourself, how could you expect anybody else to love you? Gotta believe yourself, gotta have that confidence, because you can do all things. Life totally rocks.
He had the answer. Nothing but love. Ain't nothing but love. That's all the key to.
Yep. That's awesome. Happier, it will improve your life immediately. Number 2, don't be a creepy weirdo. Approach people the way
Men will never have to experience loneliness the same way that women do, especially not when it comes to dating. Dating is a male-dominated field, and I will forever stand.
Lie, bro, this is straight gobbledygook, and I'm not even mad. I'm more concerned for her than anything. She literally said any man who doesn't have a girlfriend, it's because he doesn't want a girlfriend, which, as you guys know, is not true. This woman has never heard of an incel. Basically, if that wasn't alarming enough, she also goes on and says this.
Into things because he wanted to take time for himself. He fully has the initiative to do so.
First of all, I'm pretty sure that's not how you use the word initiative. And second of all, she means like the man has the ability to take time for himself and like the autonomy to make that decision. In that when men do that, they just leave the woman stanking and she has to like just wait for the next man to come along. And it's like, first of all, you don't have to do that just because you don't have to do that. But it's scary that she thinks like this because she's genuinely implying that 1, women can't break up with men. And 2, that when women are single, there's just nothing they just got to sit around waiting. And it's like, you understand, shawty, if you went around taking initiative, that's how you use that, by the way. If you took initiative and started asking out men you were interested in, I guarantee you would have a higher success rate than most men. As much as I would love to talk about this for longer, I kind of have like a situation going on right now. So I'm just gonna show you this picture and this is what's going on. Like this is literally what's happening.
So let me get this straight, y'all. This is now the 3rd person, by the way, broke now, who cares? 3rd person, 3rd female who has told me that she met a guy and he was telling her how he don't chase women. He like women that show that they want him. But what? What is going on today? The men want to be chosen. The men want to be chased. The men want to be taken out on the dates. I don't know what is going on. And I don't know about you, but I refuse. I would never, ever, ever chase a man. In fact, I have just been told just naturally, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but men like to do the chasing. And so I don't know what's up with these new age pick-me's. But has anybody else experienced this? I've already got 3 of my homegirls telling me this, y'all. What is going on today? This is why I'm telling you, y'all, I would just be single before I do all of this stressful stuff that goes on in the dating world. And I mean,
after having 4 kids by 40, I can honestly say I'm finally in a place where I can just be. I got tired of living in anger from being betrayed by the I thought I loved. I decided to love myself. And baby, when I tell you this love is unmatched, and this is the type of love that have you think, do I even want a nigga?
No! You don't need no more. No. You've done enough. They won't betraying you when you was letting them hit raw, but you've done enough. That's right. Focus on you, Pooh. Because on behalf of we good. We quit your job and get rich. Hey, look, if you're working a job that you hate, you've been working 40 hours a week for $40,000 for 40 years so you can retire broke. I got a way that you can make up to $10,000 to $20,000 per month with your social media, with your phone. All you got to do is comment the word content below and pick up my online 4 to 5 figure Ugly Money University course and let me show you how I did it so you can do it for yourself. It is so easy that a kid can do it. My daughter actually does it for me. So tap in, comment the word content, and I'll see y'all on the other side because who really want to keep working at that job?
What if men aren't trying to impress you? Have you ever thought about that? What if men don't give a crap about what you're talking about? Well, there was a family that came on, and you'll notice she said he didn't give up his seat for the children and the woman. Not the man. The man don't need. I don't know why y'all don't think that men need to sit. Oh, well, be a gentleman and sacrifice. Be a gentleman and comfort me. Make me comfortable. That's not that man's responsibility. If the family got on the train or the tram and she had a husband, maybe that's his job to get him on that tram early so they can have a seat. Or maybe he can hold the kid to wherever they're going. That's his responsibility to plan. If he don't want them having to stand up, which by the way, I think a kid would be okay to stand up. If he don't want them standing up, he could easily jump in an Uber, catch a taxi, rent a car. He could do that. But that's not the men that are already on the train, that's not their responsibility. That's his responsibility. Also, you're not their responsibility either. You're your husband's responsibility. And the same goes for him. If he didn't want you having to stand up, then y'all could rent a car, catch an Uber or a Lyft or something like that. Y'all could do that. But instead, modern women want to find some way to complain and then tell men they're not being men anymore. Where are the days? What happened to the days? If you want men to be men, just be a gentleman and offer me your seat. Give me this, give me that. Where are the days where women used to be women? Where they used to be me, not talking too much. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Learning how to talk to people, learning how to converse with people. That don't mean I just be quiet now. I don't say anything. I don't have any thoughts. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is y'all seem to know exactly what men need to be doing, but y'all seem not to have a clue what y'all need to be doing. And y'all sure know how to not execute anything.
Something happens to women in the 36, 37, 38 bracket where they start to look in the mirror and panic if they're single, because that's the first time that you realize that you're not 25 anymore, right? And I'm being honest with you. Things start to change. Now, if you're married, if you have your kid, if you've got your man, if you've got your boyfriend, if you maybe for some that are getting a boatload of attention, I was in television, it was a different world. Maybe you don't feel it as much because you still feel like you have a ton of options, but there is something that happens when the panic sets in.
Are you dating a single mom? I have a secret for you. You will never come first. Her kids do every single day for the rest of your entire life. Why? It's very simple. Because they came before you. A bond was created without you and way before you ever entered the picture. Pregnancy, birth, sleepless nights, doctor's visits, school runs, everything. That bond is unbreakable. It's biology, it's instinct, and it does not negotiate. Before you, she was all over that exciting, dominant bad boy, the one that she felt raw attraction for. That's who she chose to have kids with. But once the kids are in the picture, the switch flips. She starts looking for the stable, reliable provider to step in, somebody who handles the bills, the security, the daily grind of raising those kids. And guess what? That is you. You end up raising another man's genetic legacy while competing with the children for her attention, time, emotional energy, and even intimacy. This has nothing to do with her being opportunistic, bad, or disloyal. This is nature running the program. Protect the offspring at all costs and secure resources for the survival, right? So ask yourself today and early, are you okay being second choice forever? Are you okay investing in kids that aren't yours biologically? And are you okay having your needs last on her list? Whether you answer yes or no, know the game before you play it. And in the end, the choice is yours.
We've been told that feminism is about women's rights, equality, and female empowerment That's the lie they've told generations of women to make them think that they need feminism. What feminism actually aims to do is demonize masculinity and feminize men. It's about creating weak men. Look at all these men in Hollywood that young girls are being conditioned into thinking are masculine, like Harry Styles, Shawn Mendes, and Timothée Chalamet. Society wants to tell us that you should be attracted to these feminine, liberal men. Women choose these feminized men because they know they can have control over them and be in charge of the relationship because these men will allow that. But deep inside, women actually want the masculine man, not whatever this is. The problem is both men and women are being programmed with this 50-50 feminist mindset, which really just gives power over to the woman. It's not about equality. It's about rejecting God's order and reversing his design.
Pay attention to this video.
Ignore a woman and she gets curious. Ignore a man and he disappears for good. The difference between the two is self-respect. A man will not put his pride on the line for anyone, not even for the person he loves most. The second he feels unwanted, he does not chase harder, he goes silent. Not to play games, not to teach you a lesson. Something inside him just turns off. A man can love you with everything in him. He can give you his time, his loyalty, his protection, his future plans. But the moment he starts feeling like an option or a backup, his first instinct is not to fight for his place. It is to walk away from it. And when he walks, it is rarely loud. It is quiet. It is permanent. He will not beg to be seen. He will not argue for basic respect. He will just remove himself from anywhere he feels small. So if you ever decide to test his silence, be ready for the distance that follows. Ask yourself honestly, are you protecting your self-respect or trading it for attention you do not even need?
In my own personal experience, the difference in the male attention that I receive when my hair is straightened versus when it's naturally curly is astronomical. I receive much more male attention when my hair is straightened rather than when it is naturally curly. Why that is, I can just only assume that men are wired to find women with straight hair more attractive. Women can fully grasp and understand how rare it is to have naturally curly hair and the beauty of this rare physical quality. And I don't think men think that deeply, unfortunately. At the end of the day, it just really matters what you place your value and worth in. And if it's not stupid little boys that can't see the depth in anything, then you're on the right track. So
this is such a good example of how a woman will get mad at men for having preferences that do not match her. Of course, every man has different preferences. Some men are gonna love curly hair. Other men are going to love straight hair. Many men just don't care. Or maybe they kind of like the variety, like they like to see you both ways. But instead, you're mad at men in general, or at least the men that you're interested, that you want to like you. You're mad at them for having preferences that are different than your physical traits. So then you insult them and you shame them. You make it about their depth. Like they just can't think that deeply. They can't see the beauty of curly hair. That is just taking it a little too far. And by the way, I will wear my hair both ways because my hair is actually naturally wavy. And what I have heard from my husband is that he feels like he can't touch my hair when it's curled. Like he doesn't know what to do with it. When it's straight, he feels like he can touch it. So I think that sort of plays in a little bit because it feels more approachable that he likes my straight hair a little bit more than my curly hair. For you guys that have made it this far, I'm going to put 3 comments down below and I want you to like the one that you agree with. Either you don't care, you like curly hair, or you like straight hair more. And then after a day, I'll make a follow-up video and let you guys know the results.
Who do you think is more complicated, men or women?
Women.
It's about time. Finally, y'all admit it.
Because we're smart. You guys aren't smart enough to be complicated.
Wouldn't the smart thing to not be complicated?
If you're stupid, you're super simple, no?
Isn't simple usually better?
No.
How, Sway?
You don't like complexity? No, you don't like complexity, you like simplicity.
If things are too complicated, then it's like you're just making your life harder. Why not make things simple? Life's already hard.
Do you hate women?
No, wait, whoa. No. What makes you think that?
Well, you like simplicity more, no? Are you?
But I know I'm not, because I'm the most nice nigga of all the nice niggas in the whole universe.
Does body count matter?
No.
Okay.
Hypothetically, would you want your daughter to have a body count of 2 or 100?
I wouldn't care. That's her life. So in terms of my preference, I don't have.
I got a better question. Hypothetically,
Someone else's
you
life.
can't have a preference.
Yes, okay.
That was
Yeah, you
my-
can.
have a
So,
preference.
I got you. Listen.
I just don't.
I got you. Listen.
Okay.
Hypothetically, if you have a kid
Yes.
and they're going to school,
Yes.
would you prefer your child gets an A on her test or an F on her test?
Just answer the question. It's not.
Would you prefer your child to pass the test or fail the test?
I would prefer a pass.
Okay, so then you do have preferences on other people's life other than your own. So, no, that is true.
But you have, and if you're going to use that example, I think it's very important that you're comparing apples to apples.
But we're not comparing a test to a body count. That's not what we're comparing. What we are comparing, though, is you having a preference for someone else other than yourself. So this question is not hard at all. And the reason why you don't want to choose is because, one, you don't want to contradict yourself. The other reason is you will pick 2. But if you do pick 2, you'll be judging people with higher body counts, which you probably have, and you don't want to judge other women. So you want to stay politically correct and try to just not answer the question.
That's
so
true.
I'm reading through you like glass.
Tell me why every day I go out looking adorable, bouncing, skin glistening, and yet nobody ever hits on me or approaches me. Ever. Oh my god, like please. I'll take a construction worker catcall at this point. Please.
This is an all too common complaint that we are seeing, especially on social media, where women have talked again and again to men that they don't want to be approached. They don't want to be catcalled. They don't even want to be looked at sometimes. And this is the result. Men have listened and they're not doing these things anymore. But now we're seeing that because of that, because there's been more follow through from men, we're getting a little bit more of these videos where women are now actually complaining that men aren't doing the thing that they used to do. They're not approaching, they're not making her feel beautiful. They're not giving her the attention. They're not giving random women validation. And those are things that women actually like. And the thing is, though, is that the prior message was that they didn't like those things because it's a double-edged sword. And that is true with a lot of things, right? There's going to be people that take it too far, and there's going to be people that don't have the greatest intentions, and they're going to make you feel uncomfortable. But we need to see the truth of it, and that is that it's not a man issue, and that it's not the majority of men, that the majority of men actually have good intentions, and they're not going to take it that far. They're not going to make you uncomfortable. They're not wanting that.
And these modern women, with the way that they're talking, just go, I would just rather be single. Go ahead. Go ahead and be single. Go ahead and do that. Y'all not providing anything anyway. Y'all not going to give back anyway. You don't need to be in a relationship. In a relationship, you have to give of yourself. In a relationship, you have to sacrifice your time, your energy, your effort, and your money. You can't just put on a 3 or 4 or 5 pounds of makeup and then be like, oh, he should really like this. That's my sacrifice. You know, I sacrifice so much by going out here and getting this product that costs $48, $50. I sacrifice so much by getting this new makeup palette and spending 3 hours putting it on my face. What? I don't want that. I don't care about that. It's nice, looks nice. Thank you for putting it on. But that's not something that I value. Y'all keep on trying to tell men, I put effort into this, so you should value it. I don't. I value a woman that is nurturing. Put on all the makeup that you like. But I value a woman that is nurturing, that is supportive, that is cooperative. That's what I value. That's what I want. That's what's going to help me. Y'all sit up here and y'all want a man to love you in the way that you want to be loved. But then when a man says, okay, bet, these are the things that I need in order to feel loved, all of a sudden, it's World War III.
If women had access to all of the firearms on Earth that exist, they still don't have the requisite brute force that would be necessary to keep men under control. They just wouldn't. Because men have a monopoly on force. I'll give you an example. If tomorrow men decided to enslave all women would be enslaved. However, if tomorrow all women decided to enslave all men, They do not have the force doctrine and requisite necessary to do so. If you were the head of a prison, would you rather have all male or all female guards? If you were dealing with dangerous prisoners?
I mean, when guys are single, they're just single.
Women want all of the attention from a man they respect.
Right.
More than
but
anyone
the
else.
problem is the way you earn their respect
Is not by giving them
is not by giving them everything they want. It's
That's
not by saying, you're the most important thing, you're the only thing, what do you need, baby? Your most little whim is the most important thing to me. They have no respect for that.
Exactly.
What they want at the core, I believe, is a guy who is like, we're putting the women and children to bed and go out looking for dinner. And then we're going to come back and you're my warm, soft, well-lit place where I can lay my head. Like you're my softness in life. You're my sweetness in life. Because that's all we kind of want. Like I'll go out all day and just beat the shit out of the world. But all I want is when I'm home and I got an hour or two before I pass out because the day starts early, just be sweet. Just be kind. Be warm. Like be a warm, well-lit, soft place to lay my head. Like I'll do all the other stuff. Just give me that. Just give me that. And I'm telling you, that's not hard.
This actually happens. I don't know if this is a real legit video, but even my job is literally fired women because their OF accounts were found. Like this is a real thing, and women don't realize it until it's too late. Like you're literally losing your chances at getting employment at established businesses so you can potentially make $70,000 a year, but really only end up making $1,000 a month.
Of course having a boyfriend is embarrassing. Are you kidding me? Now more than ever, we have more female CEOs, we have more female homeowners. Women are absolutely dominating in every single form in society, whereas men continue to decline. The men are getting uglier, the women are getting more beautiful, the men are getting dumber, the women are getting smarter. Women are pursuing the arts, their dreams, their goals. Men have none. It seems like the vast majority of all men are bums and losers, and the ones that do make money are narcissistic and evil as shit. There is absolutely no benefit in being with a man. Stick with me. For generations, the one benefit of being with a man was financial. Now that is going away. That is a rare benefit to even find in a man and a romantic partner. These men don't want to help you. And let's say you do actually bag a man who has money. Going back to my previous statement, the ones that do have money are narcissistic and evil. So that man is forever going to hold his finances over your head. If a man can feed you, he can starve you. And that's what they're doing. So going after a man for financial gain and for stability in today's society is a moot point. It's no longer something that we can really seek out. Some may say that the benefit of being with a man is companionship. I don't know if y'all ever had a dog before, but that's a whole lot better. Having friends, roommates, that's a whole lot better than having a man in your life depleting all of your assets and beauty and youth and life from you. Therefore, having a boyfriend, having a man next to you is like showing the world, I choose to have a leech in my life. I choose to have this person who's draining me, who is not benefiting me at all. And in fact, I would probably be a lot farther in my life if I didn't have him next to me. And it's being proud of that. It's being proud of a leech standing right next to you, who's probably uglier than you. So yeah, dude, having a boyfriend is embarrassing as and it always has been, but it's a lot more embarrassing nowadays than it has ever been. Stay single.
Wrong messenger, gang. You with us. I don't know whose team you thought you was on. You with us, gang. You with us. No ma'am. No ma'am. This girl said, I don't need a man. She said, have you ever tried a dog? Have you ever tried a dog? They're way better companion than these men are. And they're not going to deplete you of your resources and your beauty. They won't deplete you of your resources and your beauty. You know, if I didn't know any better, I would have said that life has already done a pretty good job of that. You have a blessed day, man.
There's no male loneliness epidemic. It's just that women have become undateable because of feminism, and men don't want used women. 95% of girls out there are worse than Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue's not that bad because she is honest, and I respect her a lot for that. But 95% of these girls out here are liars. They will lie to you about being this innocent princess, but they won't tell you what they did during college or what they did during spring break. And men are starting to recognize that pattern, that women are full of
Most men are deeply unattractive because of Mother Nature and something called the Great Scam.
Oh, goody. Another genetics expert.
Great Scam was the day that the male of the species convinced the female of the species that it no longer needed to prove itself worthy in order to reproduce and have babies.
Wait a minute. They can't be insinuating that the only thing that a male would have to do to prove himself worthy of reproducing would be to be attractive, right? They can't mean that.
The fact that the men are ugly says otherwise, right? They're not supposed to exist. They're supposed to be cannon fodder to the strong, attractive men who are worthy of having babies.
Oh dear, that really does seem to be what they meant. But unbeknownst to a great many out there, there are more qualities to look for in a potential partner than just what they look like. And our ancestors actually knew that.
They're out here being like, the men don't take care of themselves, that's why they're unattractive. No, you're a 10,000-year-old genetic anomaly. He's not supposed to exist, babe.
It will never cease to amaze me how some individuals can remain so willfully uninformed when there's so much information freely available out there on the internet. But let me just say this. Most individuals are aware that there is more to selecting a partner than just what they look like. But I wonder if individuals like this keep the same energy for unattractive women. Or is that another story?
Today we have how social media has ruined dating. First, we have cap in the comment sections. Heart emojis, you're perfect, beautiful, stunning, cutie. We're looking at a tort. That's a problem. Number 2, late night DMs. All you motherfuckers out here DMing some gremlins at 3 in the morning. That's problem number 2. And why is that a problem? It's because in the past, also shout out to the TZG Institute of Societal Change for providing us with this graph and this data. From the beginning of time, all the way up until about 2016-17, we had a nice upward trend of the attraction level against the amount of interest being received. Ones didn't get, 10s got all the attention, right? But now with social media, this graph is all f***ed up, okay? You got 3s getting 8 level attraction, interest, it's all discombobulated. So, this in turn causes the hoflation effect that we are seeing today. Now, I don't have a solution for this yet. The TZG Institute of Societal Change is working on a solution. But thank you for coming to my TED Talk today and learning more about the issue that we're currently facing.
And these modern women, they keep on acting like it's a toss-up. There was one woman talking to Andrew Wilson about the different qualities in men and women. And he said, man, you know, if they wanted to, there's a lot of stuff that men let go There's a lot of stuff that men allow y'all to do. But if men wanted to, they could use brute force and stop all that. Cut all that. It's not to scare you. And it's not to say that a man is going to do it. It's just to remind you, if a man wanted to, he can cut all that noise that you're talking right now. He can cut all that noise. He can stop all that if he wanted to. Once again, not saying that a man is trying to do something to you or make you feel a certain type of way, but sometimes modern women get too big for their britches. Sometimes modern women, they get too far out ahead of themselves and they think, well, you know, I'm on the same level as a man, you know, and I think there was one woman got in a man's face. Just kept on getting in his face. The man warned her, you need to move. I forget what she did. I think she tried to big face him or something like that. I think she actually did. That man came unglued upon that woman. Turned her every which way but loose. Had that woman all over the ground. You need to be careful. They had to drag that man off that woman. That woman stumbling. Got up, didn't even know where she was. You need to be careful. If a man decided, I'm not going for that, y'all don't understand where you are. If a man decides, I'm not going for that, he ain't going for it. And it's only because the man has self-control that he allows you to keep on yapping. Y'all, if a man decides to go psycho, y'all don't know how much danger you're actually in. That's why y'all be putting y'all's hands on a man, because y'all don't really understand this man can really hurt you.
As women, we put men in impossible positions. We expect for them to lead, provide, protect, take on responsibilities, make decisions, but we want them to do it all without authority. So men know that they are supposed to lead the household, but then we will question their decisions. He is told to provide, but then how he provides is criticized. He is told to protect, but then his instincts all of a sudden are dismissed. So here's what happens. He carries all that responsibility, but then has no respect. Unfortunately, leadership without authority is not leadership. That's actually a liability. The part that makes me laugh is that men are blamed for everything that goes wrong, but when they try to guide, they're ignored. It is no way a man is going to show up financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually and not have any influence in the relationship. This creates nothing but resentment and silence. No man is going to keep trying to lead when he's getting resistance. This is the one truth that men understand. You cannot ask a man to lead and then punish him for doing it. Healthy relationships work when leadership is respected, period, and not controlled. Men are not running from love or marriage. They are running from responsibility for outcomes that they are not allowed to shape.
Hypergamy is exclusively an internet issue. We're arguing about statistics as it pertains to dating app data when over 70% of relationships start in real life. It is also causation versus correlation logical fallacy to claim that you're being swiped left on dating apps because you are short. Wow! What else do you have in your bio? Trump 2024? That you are anti-abortion? That you are pro-ICE? My mother is supermodel beautiful and breadwinner. After I was born, she exclusively fell in love with poor, down and out addicts that she swore she could fix.
Wishes will be coming true. My heart beats like a drum, like a drum. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. And my feet.
So I've been seeing some videos on my For You page, and I think that it is finally time to discuss the female loneliness epidemic. Because I know the men have had their own thing, and I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not a man, right? But I will say that the men are more built for it than us. We are not built for this shit, ladies. We don't know how to be alone. These men have been bottling up their emotions and not sharing them with anybody since they were 6, 7, 8 years old. Some of us have never done that. We've always had someone to talk to, a friend, a family member, a significant other, something. And it seems like in 2025, the girls are running out of options because the dating market is terrible. Y'all are literally making fun of girls that are in happy, healthy relationships, saying that having a boyfriend is embarrassing. miserables. And then y'all also don't have any friends, because anytime somebody reposts something that you disagree with, oh, that's how you feel about immigration policy? You're not my friend anymore. Now y'all don't have any freaking friends. Like, it's not gonna end well if your requirement for somebody to have a relationship with you is that they have to be on the exact same page with you 100% of the time. No one is. We are all people with our own thoughts, feelings, emotions, and ideas. And if you don't respect that in another person, then of course you're going to be by yourself. There's no one else that's going to fit that mold. I'll have to learn healthy communication skills. You have to learn healthy relationship skills. Go to therapy if you need to, do something. But if you are sitting at home right now and you don't have 5 friends that you can call, no man, and your family members just don't get you, I promise the only common denominator in all of those scenarios is...
I've given up on women. I saw content creators post yesterday. He goes viral quite a bit. He's kind of, big following on here. And he was just saying there's no men out, only women are going out, It's true, but men have given up on women, and the mystique is gone, and the era is over. Men have figured it out and listened to women on TikTok run their mouths for 5 years. So now men are not really that interested in women, have given up on them. And that's okay. Men can do whatever they want to do. But where men are at right now, they're kind of like, they're just either staying home playing at video games, or they're going to maybe, local events, nothing to where the women are going to go. They might go to the range. They might go to, you could just think of different places, but men are not out and about, doing the whole luxury lifestyle. Some men are, but it's very rare. So what you're seeing now is the women, independent, blowing all their money out on the nightlife, and the men aren't there. Well, the men have given up on women. I've talked to a lot of them. I've seen tens and thousands of comments in these posts. Men don't care no more. We'd rather have a good time.
They've got to do their own work. You cannot be the substitute for a counselor for them. Hi, I'm Rachel. My husband was 8 years ago in the line of duty. I've been on 175 dates since he died. And these are things that you should not tolerate, dating a widow or a widower. You cannot be their primary emotional support. You can't be doing all of the work and telling them how to manage their lives, how to handle certain situations, or be giving them the support that they should be getting primarily from somebody who's in a professional position. Do not tolerate them not doing their own work. They need to be self-aware and have a growth mindset. At a minimum, in the early years, they should be in a grief group like Grief Share. It's very affordable, and they should be getting support outside of you. Don't let them use you as a way to fill the hole of their grief. They need to be able to acknowledge you as a unique person and not a way to avoid their emotions of pain and loss. It's a red flag if they are consuming all of the emotional air in the relationship. Their grief is real. It's always going to be a part of the relationship. It's something that they will carry. But in the total average of the relationship, you should be receiving 50% of the focus and attention as well.
Once a man gets a taste of Jezebel, it's really, really hard for him to want to pursue a Ruth anymore. Some Christian men are not pursuing Christian women right now because some of them are still attracted to Jezebel and Delilah. Yes, I said it. It is going to be very, very hard for a Christian man to want to pursue a Ruth or an Abigail if he's still attracted to Jezebels and Delilahs. I don't know if you remember or not, but we're literally in a spiritual war right now, and the enemy does not want you to get married, sis. The enemy does not want your husband to be attracted to you. Let's take Samson, for instance. Samson was attracted to the very women he was called to deliver the Israelites from. He was attracted to the Philistine woman. His father literally said, Samson, why don't you choose a woman from your own tribe? Samson didn't want to. He was so consumed with the Philistines and the Delilahs, even though there was a good woman within his own people that would have been great for him. Do you think that's not happening today? There is a man that the Lord has ordained for you, but oftentimes the enemy may want to send him a Jezebel or a Delilah so that he no longer wants to be attracted to the Proverbs 31 woman. And because of that, you need to continuously pray. Lord, change his appetite. Lord, if he's attracted to a Jezebel right now, change his appetite so that he can be attracted to what's actually good for him. So instead of complaining, get into your prayer closet and start praying. And that's when you're going to see some real change.
I think women are so power hungry. And now that they've been given power, it reveals what women actually want to do. Because I just don't think our nature is very good.
Yeah.
I think our nature is like terrible. And so now they're like, here, you terrible people, here's a bunch of power. And they're like, yay, let's be whores. I'm going to leave my husband and I'm going to my kids. See you guys.
You make a good case. I can't really argue against
Yeah, like
you.
I just don't think our nature is very good. I just don't like, sorry, I don't mean to push back.
No,
but
I don't think most people's nature is very good though.
Well, especially women though. I think women's is way worse. It's like not even like, I feel like men's nature is like this bad and women's nature is like that bad. Feminism just weaponizes men's, how good of people men are.
Okay, let's hear this.
Because what they'll do is the women are like, please, we want to work. And the men are like, shut up, fine. Here you go, honey, I want you to be happy. And they let us go work. Boom, she's the boss. Cooked. And then they say, look, we don't want to have a kid we don't want to have my kid. I don't want to force you to have it. So they're like, okay, here you go. And they're like, let's all the kids. And we just keep doing this over and over and over again.
How the do men feel like chasing a woman is the right way to go? Do you know what chasing is? Like what chasing is?
No, tell me.
Chasing is you running up behind someone who is running the away.
Why are you running?
Right. So why the do you think it is okay for you to chase women when we're actually like good on you? That's very much so weird behavior. Stop chasing me. Oh, the men, they just love to chase. They just love to chase. You love to harass? Because that's what you're doing. You're in my DMs every day. You calling my phone, you texting me, you pulling up, or whatever the case may be. Oh, it's the chase, it's the thrill. No, it's weird. Stop chasing me.
A lot of these modern women don't realize that they thinking they are Ruth or they are Abigail. You're Jezebel. You are Delilah. That's where you belong. All these men are attracted to this, they're attracted to that. They're attracted to you. Because that's what you are. You think. And most modern women do. They think, oh man, I'm waiting on my Boaz. Boaz wouldn't even see you. Because you don't work. You don't make yourself available. Ruth made herself available. As a matter of fact, and her mother-in-law told her to do the right thing. Well, her mother-in-law told her to do something and she did it. That's what men and women be doing. Older, wiser, seasoned men and women are trying to tell you, hey, I think that boy likes you. Oh no, Granny, I think I've been around the block a little bit more than you would like to know. That man likes you. You should settle down with that man. That is a good man. Oh, I don't know. Okay. And they trying to let you know, listen, did he say? He don't gotta say. I'm watching the movements. He ready for you. Go on, get yourself ready for him. But you don't listen. You do whatever you want to do. And when they get to about 35, 40, that's when you want to make yourself available. It's too late. There's been another woman that's come by. She's made herself available. You want to go on a date? Yes, I do. Absolutely. Let's get it. That was your spot. That was supposed to be what you were supposed to be on that date. But because you wanted to play around, thinking that I'm just waiting on my Boaz. Boaz then picked another wife and went on about his business. Boaz is married right now. Boaz has kids. Boaz is working with his wife, his actual Ruth, to purchase a house. Y'all be missing y'all's train.